Hi, I'm Sam from samskitchen.net, and today I'm going to be using a white background to create a very clean look. This is my background today. I'm going to be using an acrylic white board. It's 60 centimetres square. These come as a pack of two. You get a white and you get a black. The black I've used in another video, and they create a really lovely reflective look, almost like a mirror finish. The white isn't as reflective, but it makes a really excellent white clean background. To light the scene today, I'm going to be using a Glowpad 350. I think we only need one light for this setup, which is excellent, but we may need to bounce a little light back in or use a smaller light to fill in some of the shadows, but we'll take that as it comes as we go along. Today's model is a lovely red cup with white spots. I'm going to be filling this with hot chocolate, but I'm not going to do it until I've got the setup sorted out, because I think it could get a little messy if we're moving things around and the cup's a little full. So first thing to do is to set up the lighting and where the cup's going to be positioned. Okay, so I've got the cup in the position that I'm going to keep it in for the entire time on the board. I've got the light going. The Glowpad 350 has a dial so you can change the brightness. I've got it at full brightness, which I think is going to work for this shot. Just going to take a shot and see how it looks. Yeah, that looks good. We've got a reflection of the light in the cup, which you're going to get because the cup's a reflective surface as well. That's fine. Some shots you might want it in. It adds a depth to the photo. So let's get the hot chocolate. For ease of pouring, I've put it into a jug. I want it nice and full, which is the reason I didn't want to move the cup around once it's in the cup. Okay, that's looking good. Next thing to add is the cream. Right, I've added cream to the top, which was a little messier than I anticipated. I've also added some sprinkles of cocoa powder on the top as well. So let's take a photo of that. Now what you may find is you need to alter your exposure compensation to make it a little bit lighter, because sometimes your camera will get confused when you've got something very light in the image or something very dark. We seem to have a bit of a balance here, but I have altered it so it's made it a little bit lighter so that the white background will come out a little bit crisper. I'm going to add a few more styling products to this. What I find is if you add a little at a time, you can decide which things you want to keep, and if you take photos along the way, you can decide when you're editing whether you want one with more or less. So I've got a cinnamon stick here. Okay, and I'm going to also add the spoon in as well. And the great thing about the live view on the camera is it means you can see it before you take it, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to take another shot there. That looks good. The white background gives a really clean, crisp look, but I think I'm about to ruin the clean look by adding some more styling things. I've got some chocolate chips here. It's good to theme things that you're photographing. So obviously I've got a hot chocolate here, so I'll be adding some chocolate into the scene. They look great on this white background as well. Okay, it's getting there. I'm going to add a few more bits just to give me options really when I'm editing. Okay, I'm happy with that. One last thing I'm going to try is adding a little bit of light from the other side. So I've got a bit of a shadow this side, which I don't mind, but I'd like the option to have it with or without when I'm editing later. So for that, I've got this little light, another Glowpad, it's just a smaller version. And the good thing about these is you can actually just leave them to sit on their own, or you can add a stand and have it freestanding, so depending on the scene that you're capturing. Yeah, it's just filling in a little bit of the shadow on the other side there, and as I said, it gives me an option when I'm editing whether to have the more lit side or the one with a slight shadow to it. The other thing I'm going to try is an overhead view as well. So I've got quite a few shots there that I'm really pleased with. It will give me options when I get back to edit these as to the look. I can have something very clean and sterile with the white background, or I can have it with styling, or I can have it with lots of mess as we've ended up with here. So I'm really pleased with those shots. So I hope you get a chance to give it a try.